I'm Phil, and thanks for riding with me. Today we are on the National Road Bike Trail. I hope I said it right that time. Bikeway, National Road Bikeway. I don't know why I can't get the name of this place right. So I'm going to go down the opposite direction first this time. I usually go towards the other tunnel. Wow, you can hear that wind picking up. I didn't have my windscreen on today. I'll see if I can't minimize that a little bit. Passed a couple people there. This side's all downhill. So you can go a lot faster, get some really good speeds. But today I wanted to bring up something with you. I wanted to talk about something that's kind of been on my heart, something I'm struggling with, I guess you could say. It's where's the balance? And what I mean is, we know that sin is wrong, and sin can destroy, and sin is, let me check the time there. Sin is something that it's just not good. And Paul gives us, look at this little jaunt through here. This is kind of a neat little pergola they got there. Now I'm going to go into the tunnel, and wow, this tunnel doesn't feel nearly as cool as the other one. I mean, you really cool off. There's a big temperature change in the other one. But this tunnel's older now. I mean, I don't know. The old one is old, but the new entrance they just put on, but they did this one, I think, in like 2012, maybe 2013. Anyway, so what I'm talking about, look at those cool dogs. A big one and a little one. That's pretty cool. What I want to talk about is, Paul says that if someone's sinning, you go to them. If they won't listen, then you take it to the church. If they still won't listen, then you hand them over to Satan. And God was pretty clear that you got to remove sin from the camp. Sin can destroy a church, a community, a person. Sin's just not good. We should not overlook it. So the one extreme here is there are people that just want to look at that moss growing on this trail. Wow, that is really weird. So there's some people that want to just, overlook it altogether. Jesus died for us. Yeah, we all sin. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to overlook it. That, I think, is an extreme that we don't want to do. And at the same time, let me get by this guy here. Okay, at the same time, we don't want to poke at every single sin a person makes and just kick them out if they're sinning. And I know there's habitual sin, but I mean, who doesn't or hasn't committed a habitual sin? So here's my struggle. Do we... Oh, okay, I'm going to turn here a little bit and show you. Yeah, because this is kind of a different viewpoint. I forgot that I should have mentioned that in the beginning. I have my GoPro actually strapped to my chest. Excuse me. Strapped to my chest, and it is instead of on the handlebars. So you kind of get a different perspective. As you can see my hands here, and you can see my handlebars. But as I turned, like I did back there, you can kind of see. I was hoping maybe you'd see some of the scenery, and I'm not sure how it worked. We'll have to see when the video comes out. But we're getting close to the end of the trail here. I think I just passed the half-mile mark, but that's going to go pretty quick. Shortly here, we'll be able to see it. But anyway, so my struggle is, at what point, where's the balance? Like, how do you balance? You can't just overlook it completely with, don't overemphasize someone's sin. I mean, it's a real struggle for me because I want to help people, but let me see what time it is here. Okay. Want to help people, but I also don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. You don't want to make people mad by just picking on them. There's got to be a happy medium. I look at what Jesus did. Like the woman at the well, for example. She had several husbands, obviously sinning, and he still had something to do with her. So it wasn't like, hey, I'm not going to have anything at all to do with you. It was, I want to help you. I want to make things better for you. But your sins, he called them out. So we're coming up to the end here now. I'll finish up my story here in a minute. I want to check out something up here at the end of this trail. Show you. It's kind of neat. I never really looked at it, but I kind of want to point it out here a little bit. Well, parking lot's empty today. Wow. All right, let's get turned around here. And there's another blue car. I saw a blue car like that on a different podcast recently. It's weird. Okay, so there's this little memorial here, and I've never really ever stopped to look at to see what it is. So let's see if we can figure out what this thing is. I'll try to point my camera down. Okay, so it's dedicated to the United Mine Workers, Saginaw Ogilvy Mine. Huh. That's interesting. That's Ogilvy. That's over in West Virginia, and this is St. Clairsville. All right, so I'm going to be standing up here to get a little power because, as I have said before, this is all uphill right here, and hopefully you won't hear a whole lot of breath sounds. I think I've figured out a way to minimize that, but we'll see how it turns out. I did record one yesterday on the bike trail here, same topic, but I had the mic way too close to my chest, and it wasn't good. You could hear every single breath sound. So I'm trying this now without the external mic, and with the just the GoPro mic, and I'm not sure how my voice is going to turn out, but we will see. And I can do a little bit of post-edit work, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get back to the topic. Okay, so we don't want to admonish people so much that we drive them away, but at the same time we can't just let things go. So that's right, I was talking about how Jesus handled people. So Jesus, the woman at the well, he pointed it out, but he was very loving about it. And then I think about the woman caught in adultery. He I don't condemn you. There's no one here to condemn you. He wasn't saying it was okay. In fact, he said, go and sin no more, knowing that she's going to sin. Hang on a second here. I think there's something up here. I'll get back to that in a minute. This little opening up here. I think I saw on the way down, I saw a trail, and I didn't know where it ended. And I'm wondering if it's this little opening right here. It almost looks like it is, but yeah, that was it. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to turn around. Hopefully not fall. Oh my gosh, I almost fell off the trail there. Okay, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go down through this little opening. I think this might be the other side of that nature trail I saw. But again, it could also be somebody's private little thing. Oh, a little brake noise there. All right, should I do this? Or should I do this another day when I'm not recording a podcast? Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, this is, I see the trail up there. Okay. I think this is the other end of that trail. I know it went across the creek, and this one's going across the creek. Creek or crick? I say crick. So we're going to go across this. Yeah, this looks like it was part of the trail. I can't imagine some private person did this. And it's running along the creek here. Oh, man, look at that. Nice little route there. Oh, this is very unusual. I wonder if the rain came through here and washed this out, or if just wear and tear from people walking through here. It's got like a, bump, a couple of roots in the... Maybe I shouldn't be on here with my bike. I don't know. I think bikes are okay. All right, that's a little bump there. Okay. I don't know. Maybe, nobody said anything. I didn't even know this was here, honestly. I've seen, the coming down, I saw the opening for this, but I didn't know how far it went. And it's a good little trail. It's a nice little nature trail. There's another one on up the way that comes out like by the gazebo, but this one's definitely not going to come out by the gazebo. Let's see here. Oh, there's a bridge. Should I cross that bridge? There's no railing. I don't know. Let me think about this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh gosh, makes me nervous. Okay, I'm gonna do it because I think if I push, I might even actually have a better chance of falling off than if I ride. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Almost crossed. Oh, okay. Good. 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 Now I know there's a hill up here because this is the part I saw coming down, and there is no way I am climbing that hill with my bike. I'm gonna try it. We'll see how far I can get. I'm gonna shift down a little bit here. Yep. Here we go. Shift down. All right. Yep. Yeah, that was not happening. I'm just gonna have to jump off here and yeah, push it up on. I need to take a break. I'm gonna go up here and get some water. Man, that was tough. Okay, I stopped there for a little water break, and I'm back at it now. I was breathing kind of heavy, so I, took a little rest there because I don't want you to hear that. That's not what this podcast is about. So, anyway, Jesus didn't condemn the woman at the well. Paul ran into people. Peter ran into people that were sinning, and they rebuked the sin, but they didn't say, "Get away from me." In fact, Peter in Acts meets that Simon the tanner, and apparently lets him come along with him. I don't know this definitively, but seems like he let him come along with him, and even though this man, he rebuked the sin out of him and then let him come along. So here's my point. We got people that say these people need to be removed from church or from our lives or whatever. I mean, one of my best friends is an atheist. I mean, how sinful can you get? But he's a super good friend. I mean, if we're going to be judgmental of people, we aren't going to have any friends. I mean, listen to what Jesus said. Why do you look at the speck of dust in your brother's eye when you have a plank in your own eye? Yeah, my eye happened to itch right as I was saying that. Take the speck or take the plank out of your own eye, and then you can talk to your brother about the speck in his eye. And I believe Jesus was saying that we need to not be judgmental of people of their sins because we're sinners too. But then you got Paul who says, go to him, the person, then go, take them to the elders, then take them to the church. And, I know completely out of context, and context does matter. And we're coming up to the tunnel again here. But at the same time, we have to do it with love, okay? And that's where I struggle with where's that balance. Now, as I've been saying this and thinking about this, I already know the answer, but I'm only halfway through the ride, so I'm going to hold on to the answer for a minute. So let's just enjoy some scenery right now. Man, is it humid out here today. Wow, it is humid. I wish this tunnel would cool me off, but it won't. And gosh, I'm going uphill again. I tell you what, the struggle is real. You can fly down the other way, but when you come back, it's real, man. It's a push to climb up this. There's a little tunnel for the water too. I always like that little tunnel there. Sometimes there's a duck in there. It's pretty neat. So yeah, we're coming up to this little I don't know what you call it, pergola thing again. It's on the other side of the tunnel here. Oh, there's a lady coming. Maybe I should go through that. I'm trying to time it. When is she going to hit? No, I figure I'd probably run right into her if I went through it. So I'm just going to go right along here. I think I saw her a couple days ago too. All right, so it seems like this part right here is the most uphill, and then we get to the end and it definitely climbs uphill. The other nature trail opening is right up here as well. I'm not going to take that one. I don't want to wipe myself out before the end of this ride. But it's just right up here. It's a nice little trail. It's a newer one, I think. Well, heck, I don't know. I didn't even know that one was back there. Interesting. Oh, there's a little white moth or butterfly that was flying right alongside me. I know you couldn't see it, but it was like riding right alongside me there for a minute. That was pretty cool. All right, here we go. Hill's coming up. Let's see. So far I'm okay. I'm not needing to adjust the gears. Doing all right. Doing all right. Still doing all right. Yeah, we'll push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to make it. Get a little tougher. I got this. 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 Oh yeah, I got it. Oh man, I'm breathing heavy again. Got this. Got this. Got this. Yeah, okay, got this. Right. All right. I'm not gonna stop. Gosh, that looked like my daughter Caitlin there for a minute. With the ponytail. It looked like her from behind. Obviously not her, because she just had a baby. So she's definitely not okay. We're coming up to the other tunnel now. This part that they just fixed. Going a little bit slower here. Fatigue's starting to set in. It's, I don't know, 20 minutes into the ride or so. Let's see. I sure hope this tunnel cools me off. It usually does, but man, is it hot today. It's hot, like in the upper 80s, but it's also extremely humid. Okay, so I got to point this out. Okay, now I'm far enough away from her. I probably look stupid talking to myself, but walk on the right side of the trail, for crying out loud. I shouldn't have had to pass you on. I still passed on the left, but walk on the right side of the trail. I know the trail etiquette. Yeah, maybe I'm just making them out of the molecular. I don't know. All right. I want to go up here, not too far. I want to see if the cows are out, and then I think I'm going to turn around and head back. I'm probably going to have to, probably getting close to being my time that I need to get back to work after lunch. Ooh, getting a little winded here. Okay. Oh, I can feel it already. Oh, this. I'm not even in the tunnel yet, and I can almost feel it like, watch out. I'm going to go through that puddle. Oh, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. I like this. Maybe I'll go up that stairwell. Not today. It's too hot to go up the stairwell today. Alright, get through this tunnel. Oh, I want to just sit in this tunnel for a while. That is nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Went through. Yeah, one of these days I am going to go up that stairwell. That day's not today. I'm sure it's probably because I just came out of the tunnel, but it feels hotter on this side of the tunnel. Wow, I didn't realize how much they put in these blocks. I mean, you used to come out of the tunnel and it was like, that was it. That was the opening. And now they got these blocks. I'm going to get some water. Right? Man, so hot out here, that water was already starting to turn warm. It was pretty cold when I got it back there, but already starting to turn warm. Okay, get it back in there. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm not going to go too much further than this. Oh, these pylons are coming up. I don't know why, but I always feel like I'm going to hit a pylon. Maybe because I'm so used to the trail being really wide, and then all of a sudden you got something in the middle, and you go through a narrower thing. There's a trail in Weirton with pylons like this. It's so that cars can't come through. Alright, don't hit the pylon, don't hit the pylon, don't hit the pylon. And turn towards pylon. And don't hit the pylon. That was probably kind of dumb. Yeah, I'm driving on the wrong side of the road like I yelled at that lady. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the topic I was talking about. Um, so what's the answer? I really think the answer is that if we not focus on sin, focus on the love of God, the love of Jesus, focus on what he did for us. If we keep our focus on Jesus, yeah, people are going to continue to sin. Yeah, we will continue to sin. But if we focus on the good things and not the sinful things, our mind won't be consumed by what someone else is doing. And I really think that's what Jesus was talking about when he said, take the speck out of your own eye, or I'm sorry, take the log out of your own eye before you take the speck out of your brother's eye. Yeah, I'm going to be late for work, but that's okay. Probably just a couple of minutes because I still have to go back. But I want to go across this bridge. Anyway, I think he, in a way, he meant that. He, sure, I know what he meant, but let's talk about this. I mean, am I wrong that if we don't focus on sin, sin won't have as much power? I mean, does sin get power from our focusing on it? I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I think that's something as I was talking here, that's something that was coming to me, was that we need to remove the focus on sin. And I'm going to do that. Well, I don't really judge people like that. I think, if anything, I fall on the side of sometimes I let it go too much. But where do you draw the line? Okay, so let's say someone is sinning with one of the big hitters. There's somebody coming up here. Make sure I don't hit her. Why does it feel like this bridge is narrow? But I really don't think it is. But and I don't want to get too close to hit the fence. Hi, how are you? All right. I'm going to turn around up here because I didn't see the cows, and I really came down this way just to see the cows. So yeah, look at that time. I'm going to just pull up right here and turn it around. Okay. All right. And we're going to see. Okay. Yeah, let's turn it around and slowly. Oh man, I shouldn't have stopped. I am feeling it now. And I gotta go back and I gotta go uphill. Oh my. Okay, well, it's good exercise. So, okay, so there you go. No cows, no cows, no cows. Yeah, I cut out a little bit because I don't want this to run too long, but at the same time I wanted you to see the cows are not there. We'll get them sometime. I'm not sure how well this angle is picking up anyway. Might have been better. I mean, the thing about with it on the handlebars is that you don't see anything. It's you don't see me, you don't see my hands or anything. But I think this chest view is probably going to work out pretty well. I hope so anyway. All right, so let's get back to that topic for a moment. I think we need to not focus on sin. We need to preach the love of God, the love of Jesus, and what he did for us. Yes, sin is harmful. Okay, I understand that. But my goodness, the church has turned it into something, and we are not holier than thou. And I don't mean any particular church that I've been to or any church that I'm at now. I mean, in general, we as a church have turned sin into something that I don't think we ever should have. I think we put too much emphasis on it, too much focus on it, and we chase people away because of it. Jesus never chased anybody away. He didn't condone their sin, and we shouldn't condone it either. But he never chased them away. He never got together with his buddies and said, look, we need to do something about this. He allowed his Father to work on him, or his Spirit, to work on them. He was very much aware of their sins. He said to the man who came down in the on the in Mark chapter 2 on the pallet, he said, "Your sins are forgiven." We never got to know what those sins were, but that was the first thing he said was, "Your sins are forgiven." But that man sinned again. I know he did. You know he did. But Jesus didn't say, you know what? You're sinning too much. You're in habitual sin. There's nothing I can do for you. He never said that. Never said that. Right. Sorry, I was just taking in the scenery there for a little bit. Oh, I wanted to show you this. I don't know if I can turn. I don't want to go off the edge, but I want to turn a little bit, maybe towards the ditch here. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if that helped or not, but you can see where we had rain a few days ago, and it was. Maybe I'll try this side. Again, I don't want to go off the road, but maybe turn a little bit towards it. I bet you can see that. Yeah. Maybe it's going too fast. I don't know, but I never know because my perspective might not be your perspective. But anyway, the grass is really pushed down because we had a lot of heavy rains. It came down a lot in a very short period of time. It filled my pool up. My pool was overflowing. It was over through the filter. It was pretty crazy. So anyway, yeah, I really think that Jesus would, find somebody who's living in habitual sin, whatever it is. And he would, there we go, over on the other side of the road, he would restore them with love and grace. And I often think about this with drug addicts. People just want to toss them away. I know I have some really good friends who are former drug addicts, and had they not told me, I never would have known. But we see someone who's habitually doing drugs, or habitual liar, or habitual stealer, thief, or whatever you want to say, and we just, here come the steps again. Someday I'm going to go up these steps. Wait, what is that? What is that? Is there a truck in the tunnel? Looks like it's coming at me. It made some weird noise, and let me see, maybe, oh my gosh, there's a truck in the tunnel. Why is that truck? It looks like it stopped. I bet it's waiting for me. Here, I was going to stop right here. Well, that was weird. My video stopped and went to another. I must have got too long. Anyway, there's this truck in the tunnel here. I was going to stop here and just kind of take in the cool air, but I think he's waiting for me to come by him. So I'm going to have to keep going, unfortunately. And yep, I'm pretty sure he's waiting on me, and man, I am slugging because I'm, hello. Yep, there he goes. He was waiting on me. That's weird. I mean, I would have been okay. I can see in the tunnel, and I don't know. I don't even know why he's in here, what he's doing. Very strange. Anyway, we're almost to the end. Still going uphill. Still trudging uphill. I got this. But I wanted to finish up and say, I don't think that we need to. I don't think we need to we need to be more like Jesus. To love people, not condone their sin, love drug addicts. They're looking for help. They don't want to be a drug addict. Nobody wakes up and says, hey, I'm going to be a drug addict today. It's just for many different reasons it happens, and we just toss them aside like they're garbage, and I hate that. We need to be more loving to people that need our help, and mentally ill as well. Just we laugh at them and call them names, call them freaks, call them crazy, and we got to stop that. We gotta be more loving. We gotta stop focusing on sin and focus on Jesus, and that's about all I can really say about that. And coming to the end of the ride here, but till next time, I just want to tell you, ride safe. God bless.